Hey everyone, welcome back to an episode of Cooking with Chef Mario. For today's video, we are doing something that is so special to me. Why am I doing something so special on our fourth video? Because I'm really grateful for you guys. I'm super thankful that a lot of you have subscribed recently to our channel, and I just want to show you my appreciation by making a celebration dish. So this is actually a dish that I've eaten since I was a kid. This was by far, hands down, my favorite food as a kid. And every time my mom would ask me, what do you want for your birthday? This would almost always be my response. So without further ado, we are making my mom's famous enchiladas. And we're doing it ASMR style. We're gonna eat raw peppers. I'm kidding. We're not eating peppers raw. So these are the ingredients that we have. We have Guajillo chilies. We have 15 of them. We have 2 tablespoons of sugar, granulated sugar, and about half a stick of cinnamon, 1 whole tablet of chocolate abuelita. You can find this at your local Mexican store, and some chains even carry it now too. And we have here 20 galletas Doña Maria. So these are a special kind of like cookie. They're kind of like a cracker, kind of like a cookie. So anyway, that's that. And 1 little clove of garlic and 2 tablespoons of oil. So these are the ingredients for our sauce. And in a pot on my stove, I have about 3 to 4 cups of water that is already boiling. I'm going to start the sauce, just remove the stems from the guajillos. I'm actually going to leave the seeds in there because I don't mind a little bit of heat. If you don't want it to be too spicy, then you can just take the seeds off. But they come off super easy. You can just literally rip it apart and just knock the seeds out and they'll come right out. So our guajillos and all of the other ingredients for our sauce are right here, and I'll put it in the description box later. And then for our actual enchiladas, we're going to use tortillas. They have to be corn tortillas for this special recipe, and queso fresco. I have about 2 pounds here because my family is fat and we love queso fresco. So it's not all going to be for the enchiladas, but that's how much this is. So if you want to have an idea about how much 2 pounds looks like, is this right here. All right, so anyway, in another pan over there, I have about 3 cups of oil for frying my tortillas. So that's all we need. And also I have a blender because we're going to need a blender. So that's it. Let's get started. Over here, I have the guajillos are already boiling. I have them in there by themselves. They've been boiling for about, like maybe 4 minutes. At this point, we're going to add some of our other ingredients. At this point, we're adding the chocolate after the guajillos have been boiling for a little while. We're going to then add the canela, the cinnamon stick. And we're also going to add the garlic. It's important that we don't add the sugar just yet because we're not going to use all of the water that's in here. Sorry, that was my oil. It's already ready. It's hot already, so watch your face, everybody. So it's probably a good idea to not be too rough with this because you might get some chile in the face, some oil in the face. Okay, that's good. We're gonna shut that off now, and then we're gonna move from here to the blender. You see how soft these are now? They're perfect. We're moving on to the part where we add everything to our blender. We have our guajillos, the chocolate is in there, the garlic, and all that yummy stuff. That loud thing you guys hear is my daughter sliding in front of the camera, trying to be unnoticed. But we have a pretty good mic, so I'm sure it picked up all her noises.
Yes, on the bottom.
And now we're going to add our galletas. At this point, we're going to add the sugar as well. And something I forgot to mention when I listed the ingredients earlier was salt. We're going to add that to taste when we finish our sauce. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to add all the water, all the liquid. And now we blend. Blend that, girl. So this blender is actually really, really good, and we might not need to strain it. So yeah, it's really good. We don't have to blend this or strain this at all, but if your blender isn't as good at blending things and chopping things up, you might need to strain it. For our next step, we have a pot, like a saucepan, and we have 2 tablespoons of oil. The pan is already nice and warm, borderline hot. We're gonna do something called sofreír, which means that we're basically sauteing or stir frying or saucing or whatever you want, however that translates, but we're adding the chile or the enchilada sauce to the hot oil. It's gonna do a little splishy splash, but that's okay. We're just gonna stir. And remember, this is already hot, so we're just gonna bring this to a good simmer, and then we're gonna shut the heat off. In case you guys are wondering why did we put cookies or crackers into this sauce, that's actually our thickening agent. It's nice and thick now. We're actually gonna add a little bit of water so we can get the rest of the sauce that's in the blender out of here, and then we're gonna add it to this. Since it's a little thick, I added about a cup of water. Once this gets to the simmering point that I want it to, I'm just gonna shut the heat off and put a lid on it and just wait for, just let it sit there and wait until we're ready for it. At this point, we also taste it for salt, and then we add salt as necessary. Look at that nice viscosity. It's nice and thick. It's a beautiful color, just the way we want to see it. Coats the back of a spoon quite nicely. You can run your finger through it. It's perfect nappe. It is spicy. And actually, my daughter was watching me record the intro, and she freaked out when she heard me say we're going to leave the seeds in there, because she requested specifically that we didn't leave, that it wasn't too spicy this time, so we took out the seeds. So here we have about a teaspoon of salt, and I actually am going to add a whole other tablespoon of sugar, just because it is that spicy, to kind of balance that out. And feel free to do that at home yourself. If it's too spicy, add some sugar. This is actually a sweeter enchilada sauce. It's going to be like nothing you've ever had before for an enchilada. And that's it. Okay, our sauce is done now. The next portion of it is frying the tortillas. Our oil is about, we've had it on high heat for about maybe 4 minutes, so that should be about enough time to get it nice and hot. The way you test it to make sure that it's hot is not by sticking your finger in there or splashing water in it like some people do. That's crazy. Just kind of dip a tortilla in there. And if it starts to sizzle the way you want it to be, then you're good. This is just about ready. We're actually just going to drop that in there. What we're doing here is we're just kind of lightly frying our tortillas. And you can do more than one at a time. There is literally, I don't know, 1,000,001 recipes on how to do enchiladas. And there is no way of saying this is the only way to make enchiladas. We are sharing with you guys our family recipe because it's so special to us, and we love it, and we think you will love it too. I hope you really try it, and if you do, let us know what you think. These tortillas are nice. They're actually kind of puffing up and letting us know that they're nice and hot already. We're going to take and just kind of pull them out the grease, out of the oil. Like I said, we were only doing this to kind of give a little bit of crunch to it and to heat them up. And it gives it a really, really good texture too. This recipe is actually one that you want to like heat and cook and serve immediately. You don't want to take a whole lot of time. The tortillas will lose it will lose its luster if you sit there and wait for it. You can't really pre-make this ahead of time and wait for someone to come home and surprise them with it. You have to make it and serve it at once. My wife was actually kind enough to make us some rice earlier, so we might use that in the plating. And if you want a recipe for how to make Spanish rice or Mexican rice, however you want to call it, let us know in the comments, and maybe we'll load up a video of that as well. It's beautiful. We're ready for the next step. We have our little station set up here. We have our fried tortillas. You can kind of hear there's a little bit of a crunch to it. We have our salsa, our enchilada sauce, our queso fresco that's been crumbled up by my daughter. And now we move on. I'm wearing gloves because the salsa is really hot, so you might want to wear some gloves or keep a little bowl of cold water you can dip your fingers in from time to time. That's how Mom always did it. Gloves are a luxury, especially in this time. I didn't explain what I did, but basically, okay guys, when I finished recording this video, I realized that it would have been way smarter to have the queso over here. So this is an extra explanation on top of it. Basically, again, I take the enchiladas, or the tortillas, dip them in the sauce. Again, don't worry if it didn't cover all the way. We take some cheese, sprinkle it in there kind of generously. You fold over one side, and you just roll it. And that's it. Fresh cheese on top. You know I gotta make it sure it looks good for the gram, with no chile on the queso. There we go. And there you have it. Our enchiladas are finished. I'll move the plate so you can see it. Ta-da! Thank you guys for watching. I really hope that you try this recipe at home. If you enjoy it, please give this video a big thumbs up. Share this video with your friends, family. And if you find it in your heart, ask anyone and everyone you know to subscribe. Your grandma, your grandpa, your dog, anyone that has a YouTube channel, have them subscribe. Here it is, guys, the finished product. This is the piece de resistance. Freaking enchiladas. The best enchiladas you will ever have. I'm not biased at all. Yes, this is my mom's recipe or whatever, but they really are fire. If you love the other kind of enchiladas, that's fine. You can still do that. However, you might be a convert after this. Don't say I didn't warn you. Try them, guys. You'll love them. Thank you again for clicking on this video, watching it all the way to the end. Don't worry, there's no ads right now, but just wait till your boy hits 1,000 subscribers. There might be a couple ads, so enjoy it while it lasts. Thank you for subscribing. Have a great day, a great night, and enjoy this recipe with your family. 3, 2, 1. Lily, testimonial time. Damn girl, you're embarrassing me. Try harder.
So it's very delicious.
Ooh, bitch, I don't have my chef coat on or nothing. Mario, how do you get so much work done so fast? I hire trolls.
Me?
Not you, best friend, not you, another one.
You called me my biggest troll.
Accidentally, that was 10 times accidentally.
Mm-hmm.
I love you.
Love you.
Thank you for helping.
Mm-hmm.